Hey guys, how's it going? All right, happy 2026 and happy Mental Health Monday. So, this is kind of a new series that I want to start in the new year, and it's not a collab or anything. Um, it's just going to be me and my card making and chilling and relaxing. No stress, no time. Well, there is kind of a time schedule, but so it's not going to be every Monday. It's just going to be the Mondays that I can, or the Mondays that I need to for my mental health. Um, so, just a good way to start the week, to focus, to scream. Some of them might be funny, some might be serious, some might make you cry, some might make you pee your pants laughing. Just lots of things. So, but anyway, so welcome to it. I'm not going to call it, I guess I don't know. What should I call it? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to call it Mental Health Monday cards, but that's what I'm going to call it on here. I don't know if that's the way I'm going to title it, but look for cards on Monday, probably. Okay, so let's just get into it here. So the first one is Coffee Doodle Doo. This is by Unity Stamp, and it's got the little, the guy here with his giant coffee cup, and it says, "Come on, inner peace, I don't have all day." So that is, that's what we're going with. I don't even, this is going to be kind of different, a different series. I also, one of my goals, which I'm going to talk about in the new year here, my resolutions, I guess you could say, is to partly use up this giant stack. I should probably show it to you, of like pre-cut cards and extra pieces and things that you just gather over the years, and little tags or things that like I want to save, or that, you know, it's already cut out, it's useful, but it just goes over there in a pile. So that's kind of what I pulled out today. So there's no real rhyme or reason. We may not even make a complete card, but these are lots of the die cuts that, this might be too big, that we can work on. So yeah, let me just turn my little camera on here. I hear the dogs barking, so I actually hear the neighbors out there in their garage, so I'm sure that's what it is, but just want to make 100% sure. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, so anyway, I've got some of these. We're just going to kind of see where it goes. I haven't had this planned, but that's kind of what I want. Okay, I just want to go with it on these Monday sessions or whatever and see where it goes. So, okay. So I'm back to work, unfortunately. It was a great break, but over way too fast, of course, just like always. Well, I guess we might use some coffee bean paper. I do have stencils of coffee beans here. So actually, you know what? Let's get some of this here. So, did you guys have a good New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or whatever you celebrate? This one, I think this one's from Honeybee Stamps. Yeah, it is. And this one is from Casual Fridays, I believe. But they're very similar. I'm going to go with this one. Or would that... No, that won't fit. Okay. And actually, it's probably going to go this way. Okay, so we're going to get out some... They were so quiet all day long until I sit down to craft. Okay. So anyway, it is so hard for me to focus if I think that they are bothered by something. Okay, back to this. So did you guys, for a while it was kind of popular to do a word of the year, and I think that's sort of lost its flair or whatever, which is fine with me, but I still like to have a word of the year, whether it's on trend or not, and just so that I can, you know, have something to think about and kind of focus for myself. So my word of the year is simplify. Okay, so that might be simplify my card making, simplify my laundry routine, simplify my life, just simplify. I want to kind of streamline everything. I want everything to flow as smooth as possible so that when I do hit the snafu of life, or like right now the flu is hot and heavy, you know, and popping up, that things are down to a science, and I don't know, like it flows, I don't know, maybe I'll be caught up on laundry, who knows, I don't know, those kinds of things, but I might have dinners prepared, I might just things. Okay, I'm gonna come on down here just a little bit. We might not even need any pattern paper if we have this, so possibly. I pulled out a few brown things, but maybe not quite as many as I should have. You can kind of see that line there, can't you? One important thing to stencil, which I did here, don't go up on the line where it shows. Note to self. Anyway, so I want to hear all about your all's New Year's goals and plans, and I don't like the word resolutions in a way because, I don't know, I feel like people just associate that with like a negativity kind of thing. Let's just do this. I think they are getting in the truck, so hopefully they will leave and it will be quiet. Alright, so if we did something there, what if we did a couple of papers actually? Well, this one was already torn from apparently something last time, so what's that say? Coffee, cocoa, frappuccino, okay. So we could do that and that. Should we dare to do a third? Okay, yay, they're leaving, as the dogs are now silent. What do you think? Maybe just a plain sort of something. I have a whole stack of like bright colored stuff over here too, actually, but it's shiny and it gets on my nerves, so. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just go with this. Okay. Maybe they should all be up in the air like that. I don't know. Oh, y'all might want me to plan the cards out because you don't want to sit here all day with me and just talk to myself. So, but if y'all would just come on over to my craft room, we could craft together, then this would not be a problem. Okay. So I'm going to give this a little snip. Anyway, okay, so it doesn't even matter if I get ink on this because it's basically just some brown ink. And, you know, I should just turn that over just in case I cut the card. Okay. All right, so we'll tape all that on and whatever and figure it out a little bit later. I still kind of think maybe that. Okay, so let's get to stamping. Anyway, so yeah, I have a lot of coffee cards I would like to use. Coffee kind of does keep me calm. Makes my day a lot better. Makes me not at everybody. So it's a good thing. It really is. All right. So are we going to try one of these? No. One of these, possibly. Well, we can stamp multiples. I mean, it's fine, but yeah, we'll stamp one of those. What the heck, we'll do one of those, and I don't think I want those. And maybe one of these. So by the time we get finished, I was worried about it like drying, and I brought my embossing gun out, which I'm not going to emboss it. I just thought about the drying aspect of it. But I think by the time I quit messing around here, it'll be dry, so probably won't even have to worry. Okay, here we go. Yep, sometimes just a nice cup of coffee in the morning makes you not kill people. It's a good thing. All right. So are you guys coffee drinkers? Are y'all tea drinkers? I need a dark brown. Hang on a second. So I plan on going with this one, but we might use those for something else. So we had a nice New Year's Eve. It was, well, I originally planned on going out the day before, but we had to run some errands that day, and I typically don't like to go out on New Year's Eve, but I just made it a point to be back by 7 o'clock, and typically my neighbors don't start shooting off fireworks and things like that until, you know, right before midnight sometimes. So, I don't know why you wouldn't wait till midnight, but whatever. But it was the best thing ever. Nobody did any fireworks. It was phenomenal. The dogs were so happy. That meant I was happy. So that was great. Okay. It stamps very well. I'm telling you, Unity stamps you can't beat them. I mean, you just can't. Okay. So hopefully just going to line this up and kind of go with this one too. And then we'll spray them and whatnot and kind of see what we like a little bit more. Okay. Beautiful. But yeah, I wasn't planning on really doing much. I was going to make some punch and things, but nothing major because we finally got to try Wingstop that day and did not have that 2-hour wait. So we only had like a 30-minute wait, which was great. And the wings were fabulous. The fries were even better. And yeah, and they had these little corn things, and they were good. And I don't know, every flavor, he got 2 and I got 2, and so then of course we tried each other's, and it was really good. So that went well. And then I ended up running into my little cousin, Christy, who I saw at Sam's, and she just looked really down, and her dog had passed away. She just recently had to put him to sleep, and I don't know if I told you guys I went up there one night or not, but so I know that's very, very difficult. And he loved her and she loved him. I mean, it was a great little doggy, and his name was Vinny. But anyway, so I know she's still feeling bad from that, and I know my father really wanted to invite her down, and he kept hinting around at me, but we had already had him down earlier and had some things, and just, I don't know, like, I'd kind of had enough, not of her specifically or anything, just, you know, it's the end of my break and that kind of thing. And we got off New Year's Day, but we had to go back on the 2nd, which was a Friday, which is nuts, but it's ridiculous. So I just didn't, I don't know, I had been gone all day, and, you know, you grocery shop and this and that, and just things for the week and gearing up to go back, and I wasn't into it. So, but I saw her, and I don't know, she just looked down, and she asked what we were going to do and blah, blah, blah at night. She just literally lives like up the road from me, not that far. And so I was like, well, nothing really, you know. And she's like, yeah, me too. And just, I don't know, it was just sad. And so I ended up, gave my father a quick call and see if he felt like it or whatever, and if he wanted to have them down. And of course, he jumped all over that. So I said, I know you've been hinting at it anyway. He's like, yeah. And so they came down, I want to say about 10 o'clock that night. And so I didn't get home, like I said, till about 7. By the time I got my stuff put away and, you know, whatever, I had to feed the dogs and this and that. And then I started in on fixing like the little meatballs and all the little things. So I just bought some trays, like big trays of fruit and cheese, and those little pinwheel things, like, I don't know, it's chicken and cheese and I don't know, something. And a few things like that, but I still had to fix a few things. And I made a quick dip because I really like my own dip. I used the French onion, not French, what? Yes, a French onion. No, the Lipton onion soup mix, and sour cream, and it's just so good. It's the closest thing I can get to that McAdoo's dip. So anyway, and just a few things, but by the time, like, I got it out and had all the stuff and whatever, and some sweet things and some whatever, and I laid down for like 10 minutes in that bed. I'll tell you, I felt so good, so good. And I felt like, you know, it's one of those, I've never felt it this good in my life. And but then everybody was here, so there was that. I was a little tired, but it went well, and, you know, it was good. They seemed to enjoy it, and most importantly, I think she enjoyed it. And like I said, I was on cloud 9 because the dogs were okay. And okay, so that looks a little bit small. That could be a little better, maybe. Possibly. Where's that other one? Oh, here it is. Okay, I like that one. What do you guys think? Okay, I am going to just touch up this a little bit so that that's not so stark white. But anyway, so, and the next day was New Year's, which wasn't super, hectic or anything. I did not do laundry because they say if you do laundry, you can, what is it, wash away your good luck or something all day, or yeah, all year. So I stayed away from that. So I did do a bunch of loads of laundry today. Just getting ready for, you know, the week and things. But, okay. That, you're not going to be able to see any of that, so that should be okay. Alright, so now we need a little bit of color. Alright, I guess I will heat it with the heat gun for a second. So y'all plug your ears. So yeah, I plan for this to just be talking about the week. I can't really talk about stress from my job necessarily because of the type of job it is. You can't, you know, it's confidential. You can't really tell other people's business and that kind of thing. So, sometimes I just get on here and moan and groan, and hope y'all understand and wish that I could. It would probably help me if I could, to be honest. But, yeah. So when you're in those type of fields, you know, you do what you can. You cuss, you throw a fit, you drink some coffee. I don't know. But hopefully you make it through. And that's what this year is about. Making it easier and simplifying life to make it through a lot better. We'll be chill and, you know, all the things. We hope. Alright, are these the same colored feathers up here? I guess. So what are your resolutions or your goals or your whatever you call them? At one point, I was like, I'm not going to make any. It would be more positive if you don't, because most of the time people don't keep them anyway. But then I thought, no, I think this is a good thing. And it's a time to, I don't know, just reflect on your, you know, what you do want to do. And it's good to like write things down and focus. And, and honestly, hey, even if you only do it for a month or two, that's a month or two. Think about the healthy choices. I got to find a marker here, y'all. Like the healthy eating thing. I don't know if this should be like a red chicken cone thing, you know what I'm talking about? Or if that's just a rooster, or I don't know. I don't have chickens, but I don't know. I'm going to give him some red claws. Maybe he's like, mess with me, not tear into your honey. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. All right, let's make the coffee cup. This color. Kind of an earthy, whatever color. Anyway, so number one for me is, of course, being a bit healthier. Oh, no. Okay, first of the year. So this is already dry. What color is this? E19. So I need to leave that one out and refill that one. But I have one that's super close. So see, no stress. E09. Now if this one's dry, then we'll cuss. So, okay, then we cuss. Oh my God. Okay, so now I'm ticked. All right. So the universe is like, nah, 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 nah. Yeah, there's that. Okay, anyway. So a little healthier. I don't expect to eat right and exercise every day and all that good stuff. There's no point in fooling myself. I won't do that. I would like to do a little bit more of that. Most importantly, I think this year I would like to focus on some, maybe not, some more herbal type, homeopathic type remedies. And, you know, maybe not so much the, I don't know, maybe the antibiotics or the different things. I feel like I could lay off a little bit. I don't know, just some different things. Use, is that one red thing looks very, very weird, don't you think? Like it's kind of, I don't know, not sure. Maybe I could tone it down with this a little bit. Not so much. Okay. I want some sort of bright colored eyes. Are there beaks? Orange? I'm gonna have to, I love chickens. I'm gonna have to like study up on some chickens. I've got a lot of chicken stamps to use. So, you know, you want to kind of get that in the game. All right, let me try this one. Well, it's bright anyway. Oh yeah, it's okay. You can tell the difference between that and that, so that's good. All right, sweet. Okay, so back to number 1, healthy. Just, I want to be more proactive, not reactive all the time, you know, some prevention type things. Still no major diets, I don't think, are in my grand scheme of things. Definitely want to buy healthier cuts of meat, or if it's, you know, lean cuts of beef, things like that, if I'm going to go do that kind of stuff. I still, well, one thing that would help me would stop watching a lady on Facebook called Susie the Foodie. It's SOOZIE. I shouldn't tell you this because you'll go watch it now. But she shows different pictures and things of different items. It needs something, I don't know what. Well, for one thing, it needs splatter, because doesn't everything still need splatter? Of course it does. Hang on, let me get a splatter box. I'll be right back. I just gotta roll across the room. I could use black. I think I will. I could use a dark brown too, so we might use that as well. But the black goes well with it, so it'll be fine, I think. All right, that can't go far. Where'd those little papers go? All right, so let's put those in the splatter box. Splatter those up. Now the top part, I don't know if I will splatter. You know, the part with the chicken. Although it could use a little something. Maybe just back around the edges. Anyway, I have still thought about the shot, the weight loss shots. Well, not, well, what people are using for weight loss, which is really like a diabetic type shot for different things. Anyway, I don't know. I still want to see if people like grow 3 heads or anything. So I'm still sort of just in the watching mode for that. But my cousin's wife did come down at New Year's Eve as well. And I invited 2 people, and it quickly turned into 5 extra. So then that was 8 of us, because I didn't know that her brother and his wife were there. But, you know, once you put out that invitation, you can't, like, be like, oh, well, they can't come. So, whatever. That was fine. But anyway, so my cousin's wife had lost 70 pounds, I believe. He's lost quite a bit too, but I can tell it so much more on her. And so, I don't know. It is very, it's very inspiring, I have to say. But, all right. I'm just going to flip that over. But I don't know. It freaks me out at the same time, so I don't know. Everybody, it seems like when you do the shots, if you have a gallbladder, you lose your gallbladder. You have to end up having surgery, from what I hear, and I don't know about that. Not sure if I'm ready for that either, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, then, of course, second comes finances, right? I would like to get my finances in order. Just some basic stuff there. There's no reason why I can't get that going and get everything paid off and whatever. I just need to focus. It'll be hard, but it'll be worth it. And then I'll be debt free and I can do lots of things. So that needs to happen. I don't think that's going to happen in a year, thanks to all the medical bills and all that. If it was just the credit card bills, it still probably wouldn't happen in a year, but I had given myself 3 years before. But then, I don't know, something happens about midstream and I kind of lose momentum. So, but I just have to get on it, stick with it, and get life going there. It will be fine. Because I want to do some major projects as soon as I do get everything paid off, like things for planning for my retirement, I guess, not just with like my work, you know, it's not a 401k, it's just the retirement plan, I guess they have, but, you know, I do that, but, it's still not going to be enough, probably, and hopefully I could retire in about 9 years, so that, you know, but I have to have something in between that and my Social Security age, because I'll be retiring quite a bit earlier than that. And so, I don't know. We'll see. But I need to get that in motion and whatever, and get some bigger things done, so I don't have to do that in retirement, like, you know, a new roof and new, I don't know, just things. Maybe put up a fence, or just things that I can't necessarily do myself. But I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, just bigger things that would be good to take care of now. And not have to worry about it or pay for it at that point, when funding would be a lot less, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So number one will just be starting back on the old Dave Ramsey method of, like, envelopes or something, you know, the just giving your money somewhere to go. So every dollar has a destination, I guess. Or how do they say every dollar has a, not direction, basically destination, I don't know. A function, a job, you know, it's going somewhere. It's not just, well, I'll pay my bills and see how much I have left or whatever. If, you know, it's got to be more calculated than that, which takes time. Which also brings me to, I'm going to do my taxes early. I always say I'm going to do them early, and then I don't. But I'm going to get on those bad boys. We should be hopefully getting our W-2s in the mail, and soon, I hope. And I'm going to jump on that. I really am. So, you know, that'll help getting a little tax money back and just transfer that right over to pay off the credit card. So that will save a lot of interest and things like that and blah, blah, blah. Okay. I want to be debt-free by the time I was 50. Don't think that's going to happen. It's probably more like 51, but I don't know. We'll see. It could happen. Depends on how, like, cutthroat I can be. And how many stamp sales I can, like, which brings me to some other crafty goals. Let's talk about crafty goals or resolutions or whatever. I want to do a few more destashes, maybe a couple more at least. I have one up right now if anybody's interested. Go check it out. Let's see. I want to think about the stamps, you know, each time. Like, if I use this set, I want to think about this stamp set afterwards and ask myself, am I really going to use this again? Like, because sometimes once I use it once, there's so many, I don't always come back to them. I was talking to Misty about that the other day. She was saying she kind of does the same, and then your old ones get kind of, you know, left behind. So, yeah. All right. But I want to kind of look at that and be like, all right, am I going to use it again, or am I not? Like, is it worth taking up space, you know? Okay. I feel like it's still the new year. We need some flashiness. That's one thing I guess I don't do, or I'm not doing in the new year, is like, lots of people are like, oh, you know, what are you wearing out New Year's Eve night or whatever? I'm like, nah, girl. Like, I don't do that. I used to buy all the glitz and glam, and we would go out and, you know, whatever, but honestly, I'm so happy sitting at home. Like, even if I didn't have dogs, I'd probably use some other excuse. But that's real, though. I do have to be here for the babies. But even if I didn't have them, I would probably find some excuse. I think I need to trim that a little bit more, but now I can't do it because, actually I don't, because this is a little short. This should have slid over here. Y'all see that? But that's okay. Oh, Lord, glue. Anyway, come on, not again. Maybe my crafty world should be to not have my glue. Figure out how to get your glue not to dry out year after year, or time after time. Can't get that back in there. All right, let's try this. Success. Okay, so crafty goal number 2. I don't know. I should write all these down, and I'm going to do that. I have to come back to this video probably, but I want to organize them, and I am going to write everything down just so I can, like, revisit it later. But I've been thinking about them, so I basically know. But I want to send out all the boxes of my cards that I have. Like, so you might get some random cards this year, and you might have gotten one before, because sometimes I'll have a few, or I'll make a few, and then I don't know who I've sent them to, or I'll make it for one person, and then with that person in mind, I've sent it to them, but I forgot I sent it to them anyway. So yeah, so that might be a thing. But I don't know, I make a lot of random cards, or I used to, especially. It might not be a specifically like a birthday card or whatever. It's just a, you know, well, like today's, you know, but it might just be a feather, or a, I don't know, just whatever I'm in the mood for. And then, you know, then I feel like, well, I don't really have a reason to send that card or something, but we don't need a reason. We can just make somebody's mailbox happy. I mean, who doesn't like some Happy Mail? my mailbox is much happier with some happy mail. Actually, you know what? I meant to bring another card in here. I got a late Christmas card from my buddy Georgia, and she sent me all kinds of pictures of the grandkids, and man, they are growing like crazy. They've gotten so big. But I want to try some, well, kind of new hobbies, but not exactly new hobby. Like wood burning, I want to get decent at that. Maybe some candle painting or something, or I don't know. Something in the spring, maybe. It doesn't have to be right now. Actually, I did get out the wood burning stuff, and I had originally, in my mind, planned on doing that New Year's Eve. And I figured my boyfriend would just be sitting there watching, you know, all the whatever before the festivities. He likes to watch all the music and stuff before the ball drops for like hours. And so I thought, man, I'll just learn wood burning while I'm sitting there. And but then I had the family down, so that kind of went by the wayside. But okay, I think that's pretty cute. I don't mind that. So happy Mental Health Monday. All right, so since I haven't told you all my things yet, I'm just going to go ahead and color one more. We can do this on I don't know. I still like the beans on there. So I'm just going to go back to that for a second. Oh, wow. It does. It covers that whole card. Sweet. Okay. Crafty goal number, whatever I'm on. I don't know if I'm not sure how to say this goal, I guess, but, not to be neater. More neat, that's not even a word. But I clean a lot in the craft room, and I either want to learn how not to make a mess every time I do something, or I don't know, or just not to clean, not to worry about, I don't know, but I end up spending the time cleaning, or I'll clean up right beforehand. It's better for me if I clean up after, like I do this, say, so that I'm kind of ready for the next thing, or maybe lay something else out. Because if I have to clean up before I do it, I'll lose my mojo, you know. And so I just don't want to spend all the time in the craft room cleaning. But, you know, which is another good reason to downsize some things, because I feel like it's closing in on me. And there's not a lot of room. But yet I want things in arm's reach here, so I'm going to have to work on some of that. But is that what I really use? Kind of, not always. So I'm going to work on that. So I don't really know what kind of goal to label that as, but to clean, to not give a heck about cleaning, I don't know. Just to organize better, to not have as much to clean. I'm not sure. All that'll be lumped into one. I want to, definitely want to well, this is not crafty, but downsize my clothes. Yeah, something about that, just not, I don't know. Okay, let me just go on back to, I used another one. Oh, because we already had it cut, didn't we? That's just what it was. Okay. This will almost look like a third layer if I do it. If I color it enough, maybe. Crafty, let me think. Jewelry, this is not stamping related, but jewelry wise, I love buying jewelry from artists, and just very boho hippie kind of drippy crystals, everything, you know. But at the same time, I want to make it. So I've got to figure out, you know, like, am I going to make it or am I going to buy it? It really can't be both. Like, beads are getting very expensive, but I can't seem to stop making it either. And I rarely make it, to be honest. I can't seem to stop buying stuff to make it. I'll say that. There's a difference. But, you know, it's not, especially if I'm trying to watch the budget, there's not going to be enough in there for both. So, you know, but I love to go to like a craft fair or something and meet, you know, some fledgling artists that, I don't know, it's like I just fall in love with their stuff and it speaks to me, and I don't know. So, or just discover a nice little boho hippie witchy kind of shop that it's like, oh yes. Actually, I'll get off topic here for just a second. About gifts that I got an email that said, why didn't I show my gifts this year? I'm sorry. I didn't do that this time, Beth, but you'll see them eventually, I guess. Or at least some of them, because I'm sure I'll wear the bracelet online. Well, I did show you what my father bought me, the Simon Says stuff, and otherwise I got some books about herbs and things like that, some amethyst crystal cuticle oil, which I've never seen before, Crafty wise. Let's see, polymer clay. I got some polymer clay. I got some Monster house shoes. Y'all know I love house shoes, fuzzy house shoes, and lots of fuzzy socks. I think everybody I know got me some fuzzy socks, which, trust me, I adore. I love fuzzy socks. There's nothing like them in my world. Wear them all the time. And I can never find matching pairs. Everybody makes fun of me for that, but I can't find the ones that match. I mean, I'm sure I've got the match somewhere at some point, but anyway. But speaking of jewelry, that's what led me to this. Was my boyfriend went to this hippie, witchy, tricky kind of shop that we had found in Bristol. I guess that's Virginia instead of Tennessee. But beside the place we go to see shows called the Paramount. And they have some concerts there, and it's this cool little shop. And the women that work there are fabulous. And so I looked in there last time, and I ended up getting myself a ring. And that is crooked as I'll get out, isn't it? Daggone it. Shoot. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, so he went back to that store, and I guess I'd honestly never really told him before that my favorite stone was labradorite. And so I just feel like it's such a, I don't know, such beauty. All right, here we go. I'm going to color him pretty much the same just for time's sake. And I already have out the markers now, so yay. But anyway, so he got me this beautiful bracelet, which is just a smidge small. So I'm going to have to use an extender, I think, on that, but that's fine. And same thing with the necklace. He got it. It is gorgeous. Like, wow, the stones on that thing are like, oh my God. What color? I use this. Where did that other one go? Oh, here it is. No, I think I used this. That's what it was. I used that for the coffee cup. Anyway, so yeah. So he got me a bracelet and a necklace and earrings. And none of them were like a set, but he did really, really good on picking them together that would basically make a set, you know what I mean? Which I don't care. I don't really like to do the whole set thing anyway. At the same time, I wear them separately just because that's just what I do. But I did already wear the earrings when we went out one day, and but I do love them, and that stone is just phenomenal. If you've never worked with that stone before, try it. You will love it. But yeah, so, and then he told me he didn't get me a ring, but which is ridiculous because he shouldn't have anyway. It was plenty. And but he told me he would take me back there and let me pick out a ring for Valentine's Day if I wanted. And he just wasn't sure what type, that I would like or whatever. And he probably didn't remember last time that I'd already gotten one, or else he probably wouldn't have even said that. But hey, there's never too many. So, all right, color that right there. But didn't do down here, but I think I might as well. And I don't think I'm going to give this one the claws, like you clawed into somebody right now. But anyway, but he also got me a Hobby Lobby gift card and an Ulta gift card because I wanted some makeup, and he wasn't sure again what to pick out. So, but I've fallen in love with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brand of lipsticks and lip liners. So, and there's some that go so well together, and some I wanted to try. And anyway, I've got a list, and I probably should have just given him a list, really. But he, I just don't know about that comb thing. It feels like every time I put the red on the head, then it's like, woo. But anyway, then he got me this beautiful dog thing, like this girl and this dog, and it like, I'll show you that one. I will bring that one in here at some point. Somebody remind me. It's like the poem, it like goes into it and it's together, and it's so cool. And it's so true, like, I don't know. It's what I definitely think of my doggies. But then he got, my stocking stuff and that kind of thing. He and Dad and myself, we all did the little stocking thing to each other. And, of course, from work, I get all the normal gifts of, some people make candy. And our math teacher really surprised us. She made apple butter this time and brought me a jar of apple butter. I did not see her as the apple making butter type, to be honest. It was good. So that was exciting, actually. I don't know why it was exciting. It was just exciting. But my other, well, actually, it's not her. It's her daughter. Our secretary's daughter always makes this stuff and sends to us. She makes the best Oreo balls. Oh, my God. They're so good. I could have that and nothing else, and I'd be just beyond happy. And then one of my bosses, she makes... well, she started making party mix, and I don't know what she does to it. It's very different, I'll have to say. Very different. I did not think you could. It's just very different. Anyway, but she knows I like party mix, so I got some of that and some cookies, and then she also got me some Bath and Body Works stuff. But she would bring like one thing a day, like first the party mix, and then the cookies, and she used to make banana bread all the time. I don't think she ended up making that this year. And then the gift on the last day or whatever. And so that was good. So it was kind of like getting little snacks each day. So that was kind of nice. And then I've got, they all know me and my germ, whatever. Maybe I'm like a germaphobe, I guess. Anyway, just hand cleaning stuff, all the little spray, this and that. And, I got some clothes from Cato. I forgot about that. Let's see. I think that's about all, really. That was plenty, like beyond plenty. But, okay, y'all. I think we're good there. Let me reach over here and grab one more spray thingy that, I don't know where it's at. I'm not gonna spray though. I had all these picked out, but I think we'll save those for another day. But we're gonna do one more quick thing. Oh, where are they? All right, hang on. I didn't get them out. Just a second. Okay. We're going, how many did I do? 2. Okay. We're going to do, I'd like to do envelope stuff this year. So I finished my New Year's cards, and hopefully you guys will be getting those in the mail. They're not going out until tomorrow, so don't like go stalk your post office today or anything. But, so I have these. These are like coffee stains, you know. But will somebody get that or no? What do you think? I'll put that over there. Maybe I could do like a coffee cup and these coffee stains. I have a lot of coffee things. I don't even know if I'll keep all those. Be happy, do your best. No. Okay. What if? Let's try this. Well, let's do a little bit darker color. Vintage photo. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Although, I'm thinking we could get a quick print on here of this. Possibly. Just as a future little card later, maybe. Or not. Don't like that. Nope. Oh well, you live and you learn. So, be strong, be well, drink your coffee, get through the week. We got this. 2026, we got you. We see you. We feel you coming, good or bad. We're in it to win it. We're going to be okay. So, our mental health is going to be strong. We're going to not kill people. We are going to focus. We are going to breathe. We're going to craft. Oh, my light just went out. What's that mean? Anyway, all right, 2026, we're ready for you. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching.